Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic of discussion is regarding lumbago and sciatica. It's well-known lower back pain that may cause severe pain in the lower back, hips, legs or lower legs, or even feet. This may also cause numbness in feet or in some cases upper parts of lower limbs related to or adjacent to feet. The first choice, of course, is to go to orthopedic surgeon and rheumatologist and take proper treatment after related investigations, including X-rays or, if needed, CT scan or MRI, and some related blood tests like uric acid and other vitamin D and other things. Still, it's very important that you do some physiotherapy or exercises. The physical exercises are basically meant to reduce the muscle stiffness, because in these cases, much of the agony is because of muscle stiffness causing nerve irritation or nerve-related numbness and many things. So let's start.
Alright, so now due to complaints of lower back, we are going to do some exercises which will go in the following as: firstly, muscular warm-up, which will be squats, basic squats. Secondly, we're going to be doing cardiac warm-up, which will be basic crunches. Finally, we're going to do the main exercise that's going to make sure that your muscles are strong enough so that you don't have stiffness or extreme flexibility, so as to make sure your nerves aren't compressed, which will be hip thrusts. And the last two that we're going to do are so the next we're going to do is externally supported lower back rotations, which will allow your spine, your basic spine, to have flexibility in it, so as to again make sure your nerves aren't compressed in any way or form. And the last workout or exercise we're going to be doing will be Russian twists, an upgraded alternative to the basic crunches. Alright, so now we're going to conduct the first exercise, that is squats. For that, to make sure that you are sitting a little bit back,
I should go back?
Yes,
Okay.
so that your knees are fully lined with your ankles, straight above them, a little bit more back, your hips, yes. Alright, good. And just to make sure, we are going to keep it like so that your ankles go perfectly aligned with your knees and your feet will be making an 11, like so, alright? And now we're going to make sure that your hands are on your neck, locked, which is the most easiest and safest way. And lastly, we're going to make sure that your lower back is arched all the way in. That is the most important bit. The main pivot for the main exercise is your hips, not your upper body, the hips. These are going to be doing the main driving. You're going to move up. Simultaneously, you're going to make sure that your knees are completely above your ankles, not outside, not inside. And the force is going to be directly downwards from here, all the way into the earth. You're going to be using not only your heels, your toes as well. And now we're going to do the first. 1, slow, 2, good, 3, breathe out and stand up, and breathe in and sit down. 4, very slow, the slower the better, whichever is feasible. 6, 7, 8, again the spine should be arched, good, very good. 9, very good, one more, last. The muscular warm-up has happened. We're going to do the cardio muscle warm-up, so as to make sure that you have stamina to further proceed with the rest of the exercises. So for this, you have to make sure that your feet are lined together as well as your knees, and they're as close physically as possible to your hips. The next thing you're going to do is to keep your hands interlocked behind your neck, and the main thing you're going to do is allow your chest to move up. Your head isn't moving up, your chest is moving up. Otherwise, you're going to have neck cramps, pain in your neck. Now we're going to do 10 of these as well, and now we can start. Breathe out, breathe in. We're going to make sure that you exhale completely when you come up, and then inhale as you go back down. The slower you do these, the better effect you're going to have at the end or right immediately afterwards. 4.
Exercise number.
So now we're going to do the main exercise of this entire 5 set of exercises, the hip thrust. This is going to make sure your lower spinal muscles are strong enough so that they don't compress your nerves, and allowing flexibility in your lower back, so as to sit for long periods of time and not have any issues. We're going to do 10 of these as well. We're going to be using your hips as the main thrusting force. Your shoulders are not going to be used, your neck's not going to be used, neither are your hands. We're going to do 10 of these, and start. 1, up, good. Down. Everyone is going to be 10 seconds long. Up. Down. And as you inhale, you're going to stay down. As you exhale, you're going to come up. Exhale, up. Down. Again, make sure your movement is slow, controlled. Up. Down. Up. Down. 5 more to go. Up. down. Make sure your skeleton is aligned, not your muscles, not your externally supported lower back rotations. This is going to allow the muscles you use right now to relax, and your spine, your lower spine, to have the flexibility without requiring your muscles to move them, because this is externally supported. It's going to allow movement of your lower back. Now we're going to start. First, you're going to do this one. Your hand's going here firstly, and this hand is free to do whatever it wants as long as there's no force. The only force is going to be on this shoulder because this hand is being used right now. Simultaneously, for the other hand, it's going to be vice versa as well. Now we're going to move. So, another thing to point out, from shoulder to shoulder, it's going to remain straight. That is the most important bit, because your entire spine is going to move as well. So, first, we'll be doing 10 seconds of 5 each. Breathe in and breathe out slow and deep. Two more left. Do a little bit of stretching for the exercise we just did, the fourth one, to allow us to see the movement that we have acquired after doing this exercise. This exercise is going to use your lower back again, nothing forced, nothing externally. Simply flexibility is used, that's it. And we're going to do this for roughly 10-15 seconds. And free movement, and that's about it. Again, this is a lower back movement. Your shoulders aren't being moved, your upper back isn't moved. You move as much as you can to allow and see yourself how much you have bettered yourself during the course of this 4 sets of exercise. So now we're going to do the last basic strength build up. Again, this is optional for people who want basic strength in the entire body, and this is extremely exhilarating for people who will do it. So this is an alternative upgraded version to the basic crunches. This is going to be, first you're going to lock your hands behind your head, and your elbows are going to go alternatively to your knees. This is Russian twists. 2 reps will be equal to 1, and he is doing 10. And start. 1, 1, 2, 2. Again, the same concepts apply for the basic crunches to this one. 3. You exhale completely as you come up. This makes sure that your descent is easier. 4, 4, 5,